Captain's Draft 3.0 presented by Dota Cinema and Moonduck TV. I am your caster today for this Twitch stream, Party Petee, and we're going to be jumping straight into the draft band here. Death Prophet's banned almost immediately. Oh, Hero Chase. I don't know why Beastmaster was banned out, but there's been a lot of pushers being banned almost immediately out of the game here. So we see some Sven, Kunkka, Slardar, Tidehunter, Beastmaster, Dragon. Well, Tidehunter gets banned out, so that's a team fight character. Another team fight character banned out being Sven. A lot of the strength heroes are getting removed here. Centaur is still in the draft. And it's going to be Team Spirit versus Complexity Gaming, Game 2. Again, I'm your host for this Twitch stream, Party Petee, and we're going to be jumping into the stream here. Can't I just go to... Oh, no, that's not how it works. Or is it how it works? I don't know. Zeus gets banned out, Chen gets banned out. First pick goes to Team Spirit. They lost last game, so... let's go with that. Oh, okay. Well, what does that have to do with those fools? I mean, there's no one doing Dota streams. Lich is picked up for Team Spirit. So, pretty good, solid support that's been seen occasionally throughout the normal play of the pro scene here. You know, I've literally only seen Dota Cinema being able to do this Captain's Draft thing, so... that's a little bit of a fun tournament. Slardar and Viper picked up on the side of Complexity. Slardar's been getting a lot of love just in general, and Viper's been that other situational pickup here. So a lot of D-armor and natural quelling blade coming out from the side of Complexity. It's not a very situational pick. I definitely see Slardar Viper being very useful in this game, especially since Viper only has one spell to use.
Lycan
Visage picked up for the side of Team Spirit, so we're going to see a very aggressive pushing lineup then, because we can use the Growl, or is it Growl? It's Howl, into Visage Familiars, and that'll deal some extra damage to the towers for sure, which means we're definitely going to see a pushing Lycanthrope with a semi-Aghanim Scepter support Visage. Complexity Gaming should probably pick up, I mean, I want to say the Riki. I really want to say the Riki. But they pick up the Enigma for teamfight capability with Skywrath into the Skywrath Ultimate. So that's going to be another good one that they're going to classify out here. Centaur Warrunner picked up on Team Spirit. So last time we saw a Centaur Warrunner, it wasn't really that successful. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it was not successful in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to hopefully go into the next pick here on Team Spirit. Currently watching an advertisement for what looks like to be another Final Fantasy. Is Final Fantasy an MMO?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, it's not Final Fantasy. They still have like a minute and 25 spare time. And they pick up the Warlock actually, which...
Dire team pick.
Actually, I think that was actually random. Was that random? Should we ask them, see if it was random?
I love this team from Spirit, actually. I love both teams. I love Enigma and I love Black Hole, and I also love just general good team fight, which Team Spirit have a lot of now.
Well, that's right. Team Spirit does have a lot of more team fight with this Warlock pickup. and a good initiation coming out with Centaur Warrunner. Watching the Twitch stream here. In fact, I'm actually ahead. That's weird. Unless they're in their spare time. Yeah, they're probably using their spare time. I'm at 38 seconds. They're at 55 seconds left. So they took a long time, basically. Complexities took a very long time to decide whether or not they wanted to pick something for this last position here. It looks very carry potential, or semi-carry potential. They need a pusher. And they're thinking Terrorblade, but Centaur Warrunner can easily blink in and destroy the Terrorblade illusions.
10 seconds remaining.
Same with Warlock. Blink in, destroy the illusions
5
completely.
seconds remaining.
Riki.
Okay, no, I am ahead versus their stream. Wow. That's weird. So, like I said, they actually pick up the Riki, which is kind of good because Slardar's literally the only counter here out to the Riki. So we're going to jump down into the Radiant here. I always love starting with the Radiant. First pick will be Lycanthrope. He's going to be in the bottom. He's going to be ran by Ramsey. I don't want to say the rest with Always Want to Fly on the Visage. Iceberg on Warlock. Go Black on Lich. Go Black. And Afterlife on the Centaur of Warrunner. That is the... excuse me. That is the Radiant side here. And as for the Dire, we have Swindles running the Stardar, with Handskin running Skywrath, Chessie on the Enigma, with Zfreak running the Riki. Beautiful set for Riki. Love that set. And then Limp running the Viper. So, pretty good game here so far. I'd love to say that, but we're only negative 30 seconds into the game. And looks like they're going to try and do some contesting for this bot rune. Or aggressive warding possibly coming out from the Riki, because Riki's invis. They might be running him as a semi-support Riki, but like I said, they needed that extra semi. And they're pinging out Always Want to Fly here. And they're pinging out Iceberg. They don't see the Riki. But there is one sentry out on the Visage, so they need to be a little bit careful.
I want the nice, clean fight.
And Riki gets the bounty rune. Centaur gets the other one. Iceberg actually getting pretty low here. Another birds are going to go out on him. Yeah, and he's not low enough for a couple bird more strikes. But Swindles is going up on this on Always Want to Fly here, and there's no stun on the Enigma, so it was actually really bad choice of specs here. Otherwise, they would have been able to get that kill. So, freaking Twitch, man. It's always Twitch that ruins the day. Enigma's actually going to go into their forest and farm their forest, which I guess is actually not that bad of an idea, because I doubt they're going to be using it for that much. So, oh, there goes your Arcane South chest. You need to move around better. We're going to have Riki soloing the easy lane by the looks of it. Eventually Enigma will probably come to the lane. Always Want to Fly is trying to get some aggro on this Enigma here. It's gonna work. He actually denies one of his creeps. The Howl goes out, so he's dealing more damage. In fact, this might be first blood here if Chessie's not too careful. But Always Want to Fly, he's gonna get out. Fine. Same with the thing with the Enigma. Hanskin's going to try his best to do as much aggro damage onto this Visage as possible, but he tangoed. He's got a Fairy Fire too if he wants to get out. And Always Want to Fly doesn't see him, but pops the Arcane Self. And they're going to go on from there, just continue to do these forest exchanges. And still no Howl that can be deployed here. It might actually be first blood here if Hanskin's not too careful, because there goes the Fairy Fire. And out goes the salve, so Skywrath is emerging from this perfectly fine. Meanwhile, no one's really acknowledging the fact that Always Want to Fly is getting shot down here. Could be one more hit for first blood. There it is, first blood right there on bottom. Kind of a really boring first blood, if you ask me. But
so much for the
that's what happened. That was like a really long engagement too. Like, I'm surprised that it went on for that long. Hanskin might be trying to, or Afterlife might be trying to get a an exchange here. Hansen's going to pick up the bounty rune. He's a double edge away from death. He's definitely a double edge away from death. Yep, there it is. So they're going to go on from this here. Slardar's going to go in, actually. He's got stun, but only with move speed. Hal's picked up on Centaur, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to try and, he's going to try and deny himself to creeps, but there's no creeps. So he's going to keep on going through here. So another stun goes out, but he can't. There's no bashes on Swindles, so it's not going to go that well. Meanwhile, Warlock on top dies to Sea Freak, or Enigma, actually. That's mid. Oh, Warlock mid. In exchange, Limp's probably going to die here, and Hanskin's going to keep on trying to do aggro onto this, on the Visage, and Visage goes down too, so that's actually three kills? Yeah, 3 kills going the way of Complexity here. Yeah, so that's very aggressive mid here. Aggressive roaming mid here. Smoke goes out on Skywrath, Soul Ring picked up on the Enigma. And meanwhile, top, getting some farm. Skywrath denied himself to Roshan. It's alright. Fine by me. Is this Warlock Lich dual lane here? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I do not know. Bet you can sacrifice cannons now. Lycan, getting some pretty good farm. We're gonna go to the network here. Actually, we're gonna go to last hits, since I remember which one last hits is. So top is doing okay. He's 18 and 7, so he's somewhat denying Z-Freak farm here, but he's not afraid of dewarding or anything like that. In fact, the Hal's going to go out and try to get this kill on bottom. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Hanskin almost blocked out Chessie here. Hasterin going to be picked up by Afterlife, and he's going to be perfectly fine. Or is he? That storm might kill him. Nope, he's got enough HP regen, he'll live through it. But he's going to keep on running. Picks up Tranquils. Perfectly fine. Top got a rotation to the Lich now, so there's a little bit of extra firepower in this top lane. Back to me explaining last hits. 23-9 on the Lycanthrope, so he's having pretty uncontested farm here. He's going to go straight into his Vladimir's, which I cannot argue with, because he's doing pretty well for farm. Meanwhile, actually there is some aggro going out on this, on Goldblack here, but then, yeah, the Howl's popped, and he's going to get back. So 25 and 10 on the Lycanthrope, with the contesting Slardar on bottom. Swindles just picking up his stat boots, actually going 26 and 8, pretty good on farm. Mid versus the Warlock here, 19 and 10 on Viper, but Viper did take a hit a while ago, but so did Warlock. But Warlock, I mean, if Warlock dies, it's not really much of a trade out to this Limp here. Yeah, there's a little exchange here on bottom. Centaur might die here. In fact, he will not. He will not die because there was not enough mana in the Skywrath, and the wand charges probably wouldn't have done it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Early aggression on the top tower, and yeah. Visage, he's working on, what Visage is working on, but he keeps on getting armor popped. Visage doesn't have any armor, so he's at -6, and Chessie's blocking himself in here, he doesn't know it. But Swindle's just jumping in, able to deal massive amount of damage always. It doesn't matter, Afterlife comes in, gets the last hit onto the Slardar. Slardar actually loses 475 gold out of that, so definitely a better trade into Afterlife. Ricky picking up some more sentries, thinking that, I might be dewarded up there. But no, he's going to go mid, he's probably going to reward. And we're going to see the Lich back in mid again. Boots in the base. Ricky placing a very aggressive ward here for Viper to try and get some overhead kills here. Stat boots are actually picked up on the Lycan, so he skipped going straight into Vladimir's, and he's got his stat boots now. Swindles is top now, so I guess it's going to be Ricky Recover farm on bot. But Ramsey's just doing way too much damage here for Swindles. Swindles is going to try and jump in. Meanwhile, in the forest, Vicious goes down to the Warlock ulti. Or, no. Vicious doesn't go down to a Warlock. In fact, Goldblack goes down to Viper, and the slowing smoke goes out from the Riki. Limp is going to be able to get away here. And they're pinging out that, oh, Ricky's over here trying. Where's that sentry? There's that sentry. They baited him into that sentry. They're pinging out Skyrath. Spyrath. That's a new name for him. Spyrath is coming around, and Centaur Charge goes out, so they're doing a massive dive for Limp here, and they're going to get that kill for sure. Yeah, there's the dot going out on Limp, so Iceberg's just going to walk away.
With shadows.
So Team Spirit is very aggressive early lineup with the Centaur Charge Warlock ulti, which he should send to mid because
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration rune picked up by Iceberg. Wand filled on Iceberg. We have
Radiant's
Swindles
bottom tower
and
is under
Siegfried back on
attack.
top now. So Ramsey's going to try and play a little bit less aggro on this lane here. I don't know why I'm ahead of the stream. It's weird. I don't know why I'm ahead of the stream. Should I tell them that the stream compared to Dota TV is being faster? Is that something that you tell people?
Somebody's cooking.
Oh gosh, meanwhile Centaur on bottom gets a kill. Let's see if they actually get that. They do. They kill the Enigma.
Almost had it.
Oh yeah. Gosh, the Visage just like went full ham on the Enigma. And then double edge. That did it. They find the Riki. No, they find the stack. They find the stack that actually wasn't there. Smoke with Enigma going top. Enigma's got. He's just gonna do more jungling at this point. He's kind of running the loadout island. Doesn't really matter. Just lost a good percentage of his creeps, HP wise. Meanwhile, aggression in mid here, going out on the Iceberg. There's not enough damage for Ricky's ultimate to actually be well justified into some fighting here. So you need to be a little bit careful using that Ricky ulti, because he's got no damage. Meanwhile, aggression going out onto Warlock here. Warlock goes down for sure. Ultimate goes out on the Lycanthrope, so he's got max move speed. He's going on to Hanskin. Hanskin's probably for sure going to die here. Smoke goes down. Black Hole, actually, so there was nothing used on that for sure, and they're just going to try and farm out the rest of the creeps there. Maybe not the best call for that. Ricky picked up Invis. I don't know why. Probably Rune Denial. In fact, the birds are up. Arcane Salve on to Always One Fly. It's looking good. It's looking good. We're going to go back to net worth here. Oh, Ultimate goes down on the Limp here. But there's no Centaur charge to help him this time. They're slowed down here, and the stun goes out from the minions. Bam! Out goes the Lich thing. Z-Freak. Backstab. Kills. He's going to try and kill the Warlock minion. Does get the Warlock minion. They're diving really heavy here. And, gosh, all the flying guys are dying right now. There's too many things on the map for Z-Freak to pay attention to. And Sentry's not going to find Z-Freak here. It's just right out of range. Z-Freak's back in Sentry range. Needs to be careful here. He gets picked up. He might die here. No, he won't. The stuns are going to keep him somewhat close into range, but Iceberg is getting pretty low health. Some more minion that fires is going to end up killing it, but it doesn't matter. Centaur blinked in. And, yeah, he has a blink. Swindles actually has blink too now. They're trying really hard to finish up this afterlife here. And they're not going to get it. No one actually dies out of this arrangement, I think. Someone die? Oh yeah, the 3 people died. Oh yeah, the birds died. And then Lich died. But they're all the support, so they came back really quickly. Let me set my phone back down here. So far, it is 12 minutes into the game. Lycanthrope running top net worth with Dire carry, kind of carry, on second net worth. Ricky is actually below the Warlock mid here. for farm-wise. So that might not be the best situation for them. Yeah, so hopefully they'll fix that problem eventually here. So I still don't understand how I'm ahead of their stream. That's really questionable for me. Like, they just saw Skywrath ping out the double damage for Viper, and Viper's had the DP for about half a duration here, so 30 seconds. And I don't understand. Some aggression going out on the top here. They find the ward here, and they're still gonna get it. Go Black is for sure going down here. Hanskin gets Viper ultimate here, so Hanskin's definitely going down. Hanskin's actually on their team. Somebody on their team got that ultimate. I don't know who it is. Who did Viper ult? So Enigma goes down. The supports are basically the only tier on the trade here, with Swindle's trying to get a bird, and finds Afterlife here, so Swindle's actually went too heavy into that aggro there and might actually die. If they popped the Howl, they probably would have got it. Needs to be careful here. Blink. Oh, beautiful, beautiful double edge into Swindle's, and definitely dies there. Meanwhile, they're still farming. Like, he's still farming. He's got his Vladimirs. He's gonna probably go straight into Necronomicon. And, yeah, everyone's just gonna go back to farming. Iceberg, working on, what's that? Hand of Midas. Alright, well, Hand of Midas Warlock. Didn't even know that was a thing. I guess since he's mid, though, he can do that. Z-Freak trying to get a dive here. Wanted to see if there was a ward that he could scout out. Didn't actually see it. Midas picked up on the Warlock, so he's got that attack speed now. Oh boy. That 90 damage with attack speed. Beautiful. No stack pinged out, but Warlock does ping out that there's someone over at the Ancients. Meanwhile, some aggro going on the Z-Freak here. Swindles blinks in, but there's nothing they can do off of it. All 4 heroes are here, 5 heroes now. There's no more wards for taking out the
middle tower is under attack.
Nope.
Radiant structures are fortified.
There's a dust,
Dire's
and there's
top
a
tower
sentries
is
and
under
another set of
attack.
dust. So this top tower is for sure going down here. Z-Freak had no other option.
Dire's
So
structures
they
are
TP mid,
fortified.
and they TP top with Ricky going back to
Dire's
bot.
top tower has fallen.
Ricky's gonna have to figure out what to do here. He's getting shut down pretty
Radiant's
effectively.
middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna try and get some tier 2 aggro into here, but instead they're just gonna do some aggression warding and roam straight to mid. In fact, apparently Complexity thinks they can get a
Dire's top
Roshan,
tower is under attack.
and they're willing to exchange it, and they ping out. Oh, you know, they're probably in Roshan here. I've got my ultimate as Lich. We could totally do this. He gets scouted out by the tower, so there's definitely going to be a team fight here. Swindles picks up the Aegis, but the Lich Ball goes out, and there's 6 Enigma Eidolons there, so doesn't really matter. Warlock ulti goes down, Black Hole only lands on 1, actually kills 2, didn't see the other guy. Ramses has a stun on him. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Ramses is going to get out for sure. Iceberg, stunned out. Always Want to Fly, also stunned out, so... But there's too much damage going out, and Z-Freak ends up killing the Ricky. The only escape being the Lycanthrope. In fact, Lycan is... Where is Lycan? Lycan? Oh, he went back to base. Okay. He TP'd back to base. They're going to try and take out the Warlock minion. It's just some unnecessary aggro here. Swindles gets the kill. Aegis was expired, but it was still worth it in their sake. That was for sure. Complexity definitely benefited from that fight in the Roshan pit, and the only death was Slardar and... Where did Slardar die? What? I don't remember Slardar dying in that. Oh, Aegis, right. And then Viper was an actual death, so really they lost Viper for a 5-man, full-man team wipe, which is like really, really good.
We see you.
So... They're getting some pretty good farm here, but it still doesn't matter because Lycanthrope is on still the top net worth here. Viper pings out. We need to take out that last tier tower here so we can get some extra aggro onto their secret shop. Our quick shop. Ancients being killed by the Lycanthrope here. Lycan's just going straight into
Dire's middle
Necronomicon.
tower is under attack.
Dire's creep aggro. Doesn't really matter. What's this? Alright. When did it do that? Oh, it's because I have a compendium. No, he had a compendium level 1000. Good job, Z-Freak. Not only did somebody else spend 1000, but so did I.
Dire's middle tower is
That's
under
4 in a
attack.
row.
Oh gosh, I wasn't paying attention. Z-Freak kills the Warlock. And, yeah, so, how's that Handamitis treating you? Where's their Aegis? Oh, it's not even a good one. What a noob. Okay, so Swindle's getting scouted out by this top tower here. Tries to blink out some of the extra strikes. And,
Radiant's top
Swindle's
tower
jumping in
is
too
under
early
attack.
here.
Radiant
Fortification goes
structures
out
are
on the last top
fortified.
tier 1, so obviously they're gonna let this one fall. There's nothing you can really do about it against the Enigma going pushing here. Speaking of which, Enigma has a Force Staff. Could be going into either
Radiant's top
BKB or
tower
an
has
Agnum
fallen.
Scepter immediately here, which should be really fun to see an Agnum Scepter. Centaur ultimate cast out, try to make him escape. Not gonna work. Dies. And they spot out Sentry Wards, so they're clearing that out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now Radiant's top tower is actually getting hit here. They have a fortification if they want to use
Dire's
it.
middle
They
tower
can't
is
team
under
fight off of
attack.
this because Centaur's down, so this is for sure going down to the
Radiant's
ways
top
of Complexity
tower
here.
has fallen.
Complexity's just trying to outpush at this point because if the Lycanthrope gets his Necronomicon running and the Visage gets an Aghanim Scepter, then they can't really do much about the late game because they'll outpush. That is for sure. Always Want to Fly actually has a Medallion of Courage now. So he's going to try his best to deal as much damage as he can. And wants to be a little bit careful here. There's no wards to pick up the Z-Freak, but there is dust, so Z-Freak needs to be a little bit careful here. He's walking over to
Dire's
Lycan,
bottom tower is under
and maybe
attack.
he'll dust right now, bait the Lycan out. And there goes that. The dust is not popped. There's the dust. And Z-Freak's finished off here. Ricky is doing something. Centaur gonna try and kill after Complexity here. Ultimate goes down on the side of Lycan, but Chessie's just absolutely dying to the Warlock minions here, so he needs to be a little bit careful. Swindle's definitely gonna get out. Z-Freak redusted and has no mana to fight this, and he's definitely going down for sure. That was 700 gold going the way of Visage here. So they now this is definitely Team Spirit got the better end of that with gosh, 2.7k going towards the way of Team Spirit here. Look at people doing all them Twitch things. Get your Twitch butt out of my face. Or Twitter things out of my face. So they're starting to stack up a little bit of aggro damage here. There's a tier 2 Necronomicon. Is that tier 2? Yeah, it's tier 2. There's a tier 2 Necronomicon on Lycanthrope, so the 8.6k net worth is proving to be very useful for them. For obvious reasons, 2.6k net worth, obviously. But all the Dire heroes, almost all the Dire heroes, are in the top 5 net worth, basically, with Skywrath being under the Warlock. Under a Midas Warlock, I might add. So there's definitely some problem here with this Warlock going Midas, but he's going to go into Aghanim Scepter immediately. He's not going to think about doing an Aether. Speaking of which, guys, the patch came out last night. Aether Lens no longer has magic resistance. They changed it out, and it's now a recipe instead of the hood. So for all you people who actually bought them for magic resistance, sorry, there's no longer magic resistance. They're grouping up in mid here. It's probably a smoke. In fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's a smoke on the Lich, so out goes the smoke. Poof. 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 Nope, they're not going to smoke. They're just going to try and defend this tier 2. Lich should armor this tower here, so it lasts a little bit longer. It doesn't do that. Who did you start? Pretty sure you're armored a creep. Yeah, it's not armored. Oh, he's armoring other people. Armor the tower, Lich. Armor the tower. Viper pings out that top's getting pushed up by creeps here, and they're gonna rotate the bot.
Dire's top tower
Z-Freak
is
should probably
under attack.
TP top. But there's no
Radiant's
TPs on
bottom
Z-Freak,
tower is
so
under
they're
attack.
gonna try and get a tier 2 trade here with the fact that their tier 2 is gonna have a lot of unnecessary damage. Full rotate bot here, so they gotta be real careful. This is probably gonna be some glorious in
Dire's top tower is under attack.
oh, and there goes the initiation. Stun goes out. Limp is definitely going down in this situation.
Bottom tower is
Warlock
under
ult is
attack.
canceled. Black hole gets only Ramses.
Dire's top tower
And
is under attack.
yeah, that's really bad on the side of complexity here. Viper goes down, Ricky goes down.
2 down.
There's too much damage going out on the side of Team Spirit here. Swindles tries to turn around and kill Ramses, and that's not happening. Skywrath goes down to an amazing
4 in a
burst.
row.
That's a
2 down.
full man wipe on the side of Team Spirit, and Lycanthrope gets practically almost all the kills. By that I mean he got 2 of them. Envisage getting the other half probably. Yeah, in
Radiant's
fact,
middle tower is under attack.
2.9k gold change on the side of Team Spirit here. So Team Spirit was doing really well with this initiation on with the Centaur here. They may be low on towers, but they're still benefiting initially from this. Black hole is even used on Ramsey. Like the black holes are not on point here. So Enigma needs to think about instead of going BKB, because I don't think a BKB is going to really help him here. Because what aren't Visage stuns pure?
Dire's
No.
bottom
Okay,
tower
they
is
don't pierce
under
both.
attack.
So basically, he would still be able to kill them. Oh, Visage. Oh. Visage picks up a slower crest, and he's near Aghanim Scepter at this point. Since he was the sole survivor of that last fight, he has most of the credits already. Chassis, he's got to be careful here. He's actually picked up here. Hal's going out. Regeneration moon. Chessie's going down for sure. There's nothing that they can really do here. Chessie goes down. Centaur almost even cast. Skywrath ult was tried to oh, actually no. Skywrath just killed Centaur Warrunner for 400 something gold. But still, again, it was down on the side of... Oh, one bird actually goes down, so that's actually not good. And it actually went to the Viper. And the Viper has a mechanism, and he's calling in something from the courier here. And it's a Yash, so you might be seeing some extra aggro coming out here. Slide Arm, he has a Midas too. I don't know why people do Mardar Slidars. Slide Arm Midas, but apparently it's just a really popular pick. I didn't know. So, it's 25 minutes into the game here. Team Spirit, Complexity, Game 2. Kind of looking Complexity side at this point. Still, I mean, Lycan at top net worth and 2 Radiant heroes back on the top 5 net worth for Dire and the Radiant here. So, it's looking very, very questionable here, farm-wise. Z-Freak just scouting out the fact that Centaur is up here. Centaur has Dust, and he actually has a Staff of Wizardry, so he might be going into Yules or going into Force Staff. In fact, it's going to be a Force Staff. Big circle drawn by the Skywrath, so Skywrath is pointing out that something's going on somewhere. Warlock, I don't know how he's doing on his Aghanim Scepter. I only see
Radiant's
Aghanim's
bottom tower is
the-
under attack.
or always want to fly, and in fact, he probably has it. Does he? No, yeah, there it is, Aghanim Scepter. Why did it not show that he got an axe? It's a weird thing. They gotta be a little bit careful here. The Wolf scouts out the Roshan being up, and scouts out... Oh, Aghanim Scepter picked up on Warlock finally, so they're gonna smoke into Roche here, and they need to be a little bit careful because they're still within range here. They're actually gonna smoke on the Swindles. Swindles blinks out though, and suspects the most out of everything. With the Wolf being running around the map, there's only so much you can think. They think that they're in Roche. We don't know. More wolves brought out to try and kill out the Eidolons. And they're going to do exactly that. They're going to go into Roche. I really hope that Complexity knows that they're in there, but I guess they're not going to go in and address that issue.
Has
Melts
fallen to the
immediately.
Radiant.
Picked up on the Lycanthrope, which is something a lot of people don't seem to agree with here on a normal day-to-day basis. Swindles has got to be careful here. He's got
Dire's
blinking for a
bottom tower is
second.
under attack.
Stuns on the Slard, on
Dire's
the...
bottom tower has
Oh
fallen.
god, there's no way you're going to get out of here. You tried the TP, you died. Swindles, I'm sorry, brother. There it is. There's the dead. They're gonna try. There's a lot of aggro going on the other lanes here, so they could try and get a counter push here. In fact, Swindles pings out. Just push the mid, guys. Come on, we've got an advantage here, and that's exactly what's gonna happen here. They're gonna try and push out the mid with this Enigma. They're gonna get some damage out on here. I don't know what Enigma's trying to build here. He's got 2.7k overall net worth. Meanwhile, Z-Freak jumping on to Iceberg here. Iceberg's definitely going down. He's silenced by 3 different sources. I saw 3 silence issues going on there. So 1, 2. No, there was only 2. Okay, well, I saw 3 silence symbols. Watch, I'll go back and watch it in the stream. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he was silenced by 3 different things. I don't know what the third thing was, but whatever. Enigma still hasn't bought anything yet. Link needs to be a little bit careful here. Lycanthrope is waiting on the outside with his Santa cape. And a lot of pings going out here on the side of these illusions. And Ultimate actually dedicated onto the Centaur illusion, so Skyrath isn't going to have an ultimate for this next upcoming fight. Enigma buys BKB, which I find still very surprising because there's not really that much BKB to protect from stun-wise. The damage will always happen, but stun, you know, there's too much physical damage going on the side of Team Spirit to well compensate the pickup of Black King Bar on the Enigma. Because he hasn't been stunned out of it, he's just hasn't landed good black holes. So the BKB is very questionable at this point. Mid tower is definitely going to go down here. There's
Dire's
no
middle
doubt
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But
Dire's
instead they're going to try and get a trade
fortified.
here on the bot tower with Z-Freak working on it
Dire's
here.
middle tower
They're going to
has
try and
fallen.
aggro the second tier 2 here, so they need to figure out what they're going to do.
Fortified.
Dust goes down on the ground here. Yeah, they're going to try
Radiant's bottom
putting aggro
tower
on
is
this tier
under
2.
attack.
And
Dire's middle tower
I mean,
is
it's
under
obvious that
attack.
this one's going to
Radiant's
fall
bottom
much
tower
quicker
has
than the other
fallen.
one because they're a pushing team made to push. And down it goes. They're
Dire's
going to try for a
middle
tier
tower
3 at
has
this point.
fallen.
Aegis is still on the Lycan, so there's still some good going out here. Necronomicon still hasn't been used yet. Necronomicon is used now. Howl goes out. And Fortification goes down. This could be a perfect black hole. And not going to happen. Skyrath ultimate goes down. Ramsey's near death here, but again, he has the Aegis. There's a black hole just waiting out here. Right here. It's such a beautiful black hole. I would
Radiant's
have
bottom tower is under
but I
attack.
probably would have missed because I'm a bad player. Because that's why I'm not a pro player and these guys are. That tower was absolutely decimated. They need to have somebody bot so they can counter out this push here. And down the tower goes. They lose one bird. It doesn't really matter. They got the tower. And they're trying their best to get rid of the creeps here, but Complexity can't do anything about how heavy this pushes. And out goes the initiation by the Centaur. Beautiful team fight ultimates going out from Team Spirit here. And he's trying for a black hole, Jesse, but he doesn't have a blink dagger to get in there and do it. So always want to fly kills Jesse, and mid tower is definitely going down here. BKB pops on Swindles. The Lycan goes down, and the other guy goes down. Afterlife going down here. Always want to fly. Gotta be really careful here. He's in the middle of the storm. He got 2 people in the black hole this time instead of 1. Go black going down for sure here. So the Warlock engines are still up. They need to be a little bit careful here because these ones can kill them. But they tried their best to defend these racks. A couple buybacks went out too. So yeah, in fact, both buybacks went out. A full buyback on the side of Team Spirit. And they're doing pretty darn well here. Team Spirit forced buybacks. They got kills. And they got racks. So there's a little bit of extra push power in this lane now. Even though it was just the range racks. Range rack still has a bit of advantage here when it comes to pushing. Especially since, you know, ranged is the damage in the lane. So they're just gonna try and focus that out, and they're gonna just try and farm at this point. I mean, the Ricky is running pretty solid for DPS at this point. He has lifesteal and doesn't really do anything about it. Swindles is running around, well, was running around the jungle with pretty low health here. In fact, he TP'd 2 base to do it. The BKBs, BKB usages and like why they bought BKBs is very questionable here. Centaur's trying to go for an Ags by the looks of it. No other reason why he'd have a point booster. Warlock, you might be going for Shivas or a stun item of some sort. Assault Cuirass trying to be built on a Lycanthrope. And Lich also probably going to go for Ags as well. And the Visage, I mean... Oh, meanwhile, actually, engagement going on here in mid. BKB was popped out to try and bait out the kill on Swindles here. BKB was used, so he's going to escape from that perfectly fine. Throw down some sentries, and they find the sentry outside. Other than that, not really much else to this so far. There could be another aggression coming in here in mid. Lycan really wants to get that last tier tower there, or tier, he just wants to get that Rax, basically. He doesn't have an AC yet, but he's got an Economicon. The wards are scouted out here, and they're going to be aggro here. It doesn't matter. While they're taking out the ward, Lycan's going to push. He's going to put all the power he can on this mid barracks. It's going down. There was no way that they were going to be able to change benefit from that. One bird goes down in the arrangement here, so it was only 100 gold going down in the way of complexity. And, oh, that's 200 gold away of complexity, 300 gold away of complexity. So, I mean... They lost mid-barracks. Now they have to push. They have to find some way that they let the game go way too long. They needed to end it much earlier than they were going to attempt to end it. And yeah, well, this isn't good at all. This is something that I was talking about, that the game was going to end quick if they weren't going to kill Lycanthrope. They didn't focus Lycan enough during the beginning of the game, so Lycan just didn't have enough effect, or not Lycan had enough effect in the early game to end up building into his late game, and he's going to do exactly that. Courier holding on to this AC stuff, so we're going to see the AC going to be coming out pretty soon here, because judging by his net worth, he's 17k, so he's pretty up there for net worth wise. I never told you guys how I like Team Spirit's logo, looks like on bottom they're going to be trying to get an escape here from the Centaur Warrunner. Not going to happen because Swindles... No, never mind. Swindles is not going to blink on that, but he probably saw the birds or Visage coming around, so he got out from that. No particle effects on the Enigma. I don't know why. Where are my particle effects? Where are my particle effects? That's really annoying just to see a naked Enigma. Oh. The birds have particle effects? Yeah, birds have particle effects. It's just Enigma that doesn't have particle effects.
The pinions of night enfold me.
Top. They're trying to farm out. Z-Freak actually has an S and Y, so he's got more attack speed going out here. Well, he leaves that creep almost at full HP. Viper just sends an illusion to try and finish it and gets that extra 89 gold. So, Swindles, I don't know what you're building, man. You got 3k. You're second in net worth at the moment. So, I mean, I'd like you to build an actual item that might benefit you. Like, I build S and Y on my Slardar all the time. So, I don't know why. But he's probably going to go into AC here, buy all the armor pieces first, drop his wand for the armor piece. Or Midas in the armor. Actually, he could drop his Midas and get... Right? He could drop Midas into his AC here. But there's gonna be some aggro coming out onto the oh, Roshan's just gonna melt. We don't even need to talk about it. Roshan's going down. That was like less than 10 seconds. Roshan. They thought it was cheese. Centaur. Oh no, it was cheese. Centaur picked up the cheese. So there's 2 Aegises out here. That Roshan just melted.
But just actually not feeling too bad for complexity, even though they're down a lane of barracks.
I mean, it's pretty bad, Andrew. Like,
I don't know. I think they've
bad.
got a chance here, Draskell. Aegis cheese.
I don't think they have a chance. Sorry, but I love complexity, but I don't think they have a chance. Centaur pops ultimate to get out. It's actually Item Scepter, so he can get away from the buildings. Or go over the buildings. But it won't be back anytime soon. Won't be back anytime soon. He's actually not level 16 yet, so it's going to be a long time till that recharge comes out. Meanwhile, they're going to be trying to get a push on top here. 43 armor on the side of Visage. That's also just the 4 Gravekeeper's Cloaks charges, but still 47 total armor on the Visage. So he is tanky. He's got the tanky. He's got what, 3 plus 10 plus 10, so there's already 23 passive armor on him. Not to mention 4 that's already on him, so he's got 27 passive armor. And I guess I could have just looked at this and saw that's at 16%. So, Centaur has cheese, tranquils, all that fun jazz. Regen pinged out. Blink Dagger actually picked up on Enigma, thank the heavens, because there was a lot of times you could just blinked in there and got it, but you went 4-step first, you dumb. Gotta be careful here. Swindles might get caught out. Not gonna happen. There's some other team support here. No, they might get caught out. Centaur has charged. Centaur's going to charge. And Hanskin, Hanskin's gonna go down. Yep, there it goes. He's dead. But just killed him. AC's out on the Lycan now. Like I said, it was gonna be a long time, or not that long until it showed up. Ramsey's just gonna go straight for that tower. Gonna clear out those creep waves. I have a little bit of lag. Apparently that is green creep. Kill that creep. It's green. We don't want to hear. He didn't actually get gold for that creep. That's dumb. Yeah, so everyone's just gonna try and farm as much as they can right now. Enigma, BKB on 9 seconds. Swindles BKB. I know it's, 8 seconds. No BKB on the Ricky. Didn't need one. Viper doesn't have one. He's got evasion into Manta style, so he's trying to farm out here. Meanwhile, on bottom, they're getting ready for a team fight if it were to ever happen, but it ain't happening. They're going to let this bottom tower fall. BKB, Lycanthrope, 9 seconds. So there's a lot of team fight that can still occur on the Team Spirit here. And Complexity try and blink it, but they can't kill the Lycanthrope. He's got way too much HP. And birds go back out of the chance here. He had Lotus Orb on him. He's pretty low HP, but again, Aegis, Assault Cuirass, Necronomicon, he's got a lot of HP floating around. Not to mention there's a cheese on the Centaur. Iceberg has Aghanim Scepter, no refresher, but looks like he might be going towards that. They're pinging out that that guy's over there. And Centaur might get caught out here. In fact, he's just 4-stepped by his own 4-step out. They're really just trying to put the pain on this bottom tower, clearing the creep wave so that they can get their Necronomicon units in there and just drop that mid tower. They have a fortification. In fact, they're gonna use it. There it is. And instead, Afterlife gonna jump in and counter initiation goes out on the Limp. Ultimate out. My goodness. Swindles. Limp might die here. Limp is probably gonna die here. Limp will die. Limp doesn't die. Black Hole gets no one actually. So. Team Spirit looking really good at this situation here. They dropped the Centaur, double buybacks coming out of the side of Complexity here to try and kill out this Lycan, but it's not gonna happen because there's no damage coming out from Ricky here, and Ricky is about to die. Ricky does fall here. Limp falls. That's a dieback. Hanskin falls. That's a dieback. GG, well played. Called by Complexity. We're gonna see a game 3 here, folks. This was a massive pushing lineup coming out from the side of Team Spirit here. Team Spirit just had a beautiful, beautiful way to play this game, and I'm totally surprised at how well it was. I gotta say. So it was a really good thing. As for the end introduction here, the Visage just was absolutely devastating, dropping out so much damage with the Lycanthrope coming back around. Lycanthrope didn't die one single time. He was uncontested farm in most of the time in most of the lanes here, and then in the other hand they focused the Warlock because he had a Midas, so they wanted to drop his farm. The Visage just dealt too much damage way too early, and the Centaur was a little bit focused beginning game, but then when he started dealing more HP, he was able to jump in, blink out, and go on from there. Swindles, always as usual, just trying to make those weird sort of initiations that I could never actually see why someone would do those kinds of initiations. After that, I mean, the Viper didn't really propose much in team fights. The Mechanism just was basically wiped away instantly. That bonus 3 armor with the actual restoration, it was not even noticed. Like, no one even knew that it was there. The Skywrath having the most kills out of the 2 carries was probably the worst thing that happened. At level 15 with almost all the kills. So we're gonna go into game 3 here, folks. I'm gonna turn off the broadcast so I can have this as a separate footage and upload it straight to Twitch. And then after that, we'll have game 3 of Team Spirit versus Complexity, and that will be the last game that we'll be casting today. Only two casting games today is what I'm gonna end up doing now, but it's gonna be earlier in the morning, which is why I'm here at 9 o'clock doing it now. We'll see you guys for the next game for Team Spirit versus Complexity, game 3.